OK, well, there's one man who'll have split loyalties as the fighters make their way into the ring. Ricky Hatton torn between supporting fellow Brit Amir Khan and his good friend Marco Antonio Barrera. Well, Barrera and Hatton share a mutual respect. The hitman ring walking with Barrera on some of his biggest nights. The Mexican there for some of Hatton's.
I'm going to be happy and sad again in the same breath. I think the big key is how much has Marco got left. If he has got plenty left, then Amir's in for a tough night. It's a real pick and match.
We're completing the countdown to Amir Khan against Marco Antonio Barrera. Also on the bill, there could be fireworks as big punching Welshman Enzo Macronelli takes on an American-based Brit, Ola Afolabi. Ed Robinson sets up the fight.
Enzo Macronelli's promising a painful homecoming for Ola Afolabi.
You can expect explosive performance. Might take me a couple of rounds to catch him, but I will catch him, and hopefully be an exciting night for the Manchester fans.
You're fired up by this, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm definitely. Do you know what I mean? I just love the fight.
The London-born, American-based Afolabi has returned for the biggest test of his career.
I've been waiting my whole life for this kind of fight, and this is it. And I'll put everything into it. This is the hardest I've ever trained for any fight.
After a year plagued by inactivity and frustration, since the unification loss to David Haye, is this about time for Macronelli, or perfect timing for his rival?
Had a tough year, obviously with a loss, and people pulling out and certain things are happening for me. But I finally got a date and a big card. Thoroughly looking forward to it.
I never underestimate anybody, no matter what they've done, what they haven't done in activity or such. I just go in and do what I got to do.
To complement his boxing training, Macronelli's worked fanatically in a Welsh nightclub, lifting, not drinking beer kegs.
I've gone through hell in training just to get here now, so it's just one more step now.
Defeat against Afolabi would be disastrous for the Swansea puncher.
I look past him, at my peril I lose the fight and back down to British title level, which is someone I do not want to be.
So can Macronelli return to his vicious hitting best?
And he goes down, and there's the power from Enzo Macronelli, and another one, and that could be the end, the finisher!
Or will a new British talent be unveiled in Manchester?
This is make it or break it for me, If I lose, I might as well wrap it up. So I got to go there to win.
It's going to be awkward to catch, but I will catch him and I will hunt him down.
He says he feels naked without his belt. Is there a danger he can look beyond this fight?
It's a terrible feeling. Once you're being champion, it's no longer there. You do feel lost, and it is. If he doesn't keep his eye on the ball for this fight, it's going to be a big mistake. He's going to make a mistake he's done before.
Yeah, well, exactly. If he throws caution to the wind, we've seen it happen before.
He can't afford to, and that's always something that he's got in his makeup. That's what lost him the fight. That's what lost him the title. It's what we saw in this fight with Bruce Scott. Bruce Scott's a tough cookie, but he left himself open. Bruce Scott found the mark, clipped him, didn't let him go, didn't give him a chance as soon as he saw the opening, and that's when he throws caution to the wind. That's when he thinks, I've got this done, and tries to put pressure on an opponent. He wasn't silly at all. Excellent clip, big left looping hand to the top of the head, but he's got heart.
But he has got the knockout power.
That is his classic shot, that whipping left hook, and we've seen him take out so many opponents with it. It's not that he's powerful, it's that he's fast with power, which creates more power, which creates the knockouts, which creates the excitement, because he's a little vulnerable as well.
There's a little bit of pent-up frustration in the mind of Macronelli as well, which could be tasty.
That's right, he wants to unify them all again. You know what, he wants revenge.
Well, also in the build-up to the big one in Manchester, Nicky Cook makes the first defence of his WBO super featherweight title, hoping for another impressive performance against unbeaten Puerto Rican Roman Martinez. Here's Craig Slater.
Nicky Cook's where he always wanted to be. Now his target's to stay there.
He's definitely in the world. I mean, everyone turns professional to be a world champion, and it's finally come, so yeah, it's good.
His crowning night came against Alex Arthur. Work rate, stamina and a disciplined tactical approach saw him clinch a tight verdict.
We got a tactic spot on, and it was a good fight of Alex Arthur, but I'd say yeah, it was a good performance.
With the titles come an injection of confidence and elite level preparation in the Tenerife sunshine. He claims career best condition and he'll need it against Roman Martinez.
I was the underdog with Arthur and I proved him wrong. And you know, I had to go for my manager challenger for my first defence, but you know, I suppose that's what happens in boxing sometimes. You know, you just have to be a champion, take the fight what's there.
I'm ready for this fight. This is my big fight. I'm very motivated, and that's what I'm sure that I'm going to win this fight.
Puerto Rican Martinez is unbeaten, the #1 contender, and the favourite to win.
I'm going to start putting a lot of pressure on him, and and taking care of his punches with good defense. And I'm sure that with all this pressure that I'm going to put, I'm going to cuff him in any moment of the fight.
Cook upset the odds to clinch his world crown. He'll have to do so again to hold on to it.
I'm 100% sure of that. That's what I worked for all my life, and I'm 100% that we are going to win this fight.
It's going to be an hard fight, it'll be a hard, long fight, but you know, I'll be there winning. As long as I've got my belt wrapped around my waist at the end of the night, then I'll be over the moon.
Just for your odds for a man who's done things the right way, Johnny.
You know, this is not an easy defence for Cook. I've seen Martinez perform before. He's a clever, two-fisted fighter, very accomplished. But Cook, he's matured into the feet of a champion, and he now seriously believes he's the best in the world.
Wrapped up everything at domestic and European level.
Exactly, and he did it the right way. He got all the domestic titles, got the European titles, and that gives you confidence when you step up to world class. We saw him box very smart, very clever, and this is what sort of took him apart from all the domestic fighters we had out there. You know, he boxed with excellent discipline, excellent craftsmanship, and then dissected the opponent with excellent body shots. And that's what made a big difference between him and the domestic fighters. He truly deserves to be in that world class.
Every fight now, though, is very serious and could be very tricky.
That's the worst thing about being a champion. When you become champion, you're no longer gifted the opportunity of looking at every opponent. All the opponents are aiming for you. They're looking at you. They're preparing themselves for you. And so he's got to deal with what's put in front of him.
Some people saying this could be one of the picks of the night. What sort of fight are you expecting?
I'm expecting this to be an absolute tear-up. Cook believes in himself. Martinez, an excellent fighter, and he wants what he's got.
Well, Nicky Cook's world title defence, just part of a great night of action.